Hi there. My name is Chiara Tino and I am a Proctor Gallagher consultant and a health and alignment coach. I wanted to chat with you today about the power of our mind and what happens when we want something, we desire something so much. We want to take that step into an area that we've never been before, and why so often we stop ourselves, why we don't take that step. And I know I've shared with you before about the conscious and subconscious mind. Remember that the demonstration of the stick person, and how we can really shift our thoughts so that our subconscious mind then delivers on those thoughts, and we feel it in our body and it reflects out in our world, all through raising our vibration. But today I just wanted to share with you where that comes from, where that sabotage comes from, where we stop ourselves. The thing that has us stop and not take a move forward is something called the terror barrier. That's what happens when we go into a panic and we think, oh no, I couldn't possibly do that. Like, what's life going to look like if I do that? What if I fail? What will people in my life think if I take this step? That's called the terror barrier. And so often what we do is we come up against it, we bounce off it, and we go back into what's called bondage. I want to show you this diagram, if you can see that. Okay, so that's the terror barrier here, and we hit up against it when we come up against, or we want to take it a new step, a new direction, and all these fears come up, and we hit that terror barrier and we go back, step into bondage. And that's where we go back and just keep thinking those X-type thoughts, the X-type thoughts that we've always thought, that keeps us stuck in a certain place. We don't really move forward. There's no real growth there. And so we think those X-type thoughts, they translate into the subconscious mind. Our subconscious has us deliver on those thoughts. They affect our body. The X-type factor is embedded in our body, in our cells. It affects our vibration. It doesn't have our vibration grow to the level where we're taking new actions. And of course, what's going on in us, our body, our vibration, then reflects out into the world and reflects what's going on around us. So whatever is going on around us is a direct reflection of our energy, our vibration. And so the next step that happens is we move into reason, okay? And what happens there is you've thought up a new idea. You've thought up something and you think, for instance, wow, I'd love to go for that job. I don't really have the experience. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'd love it. And so your mind reasons with you why you shouldn't take that step, why you shouldn't dive into that opportunity. And so reason gets in the way. And so as long as you're thinking that at a conscious level and you're not taking any actions, you're not actually even seeing yourself take that step, nothing really happens. So in the conscious mind, you've got that Y-type thought coming in, but as long as you don't take any actions, nothing happens. And so your vibration stays the same. Your results out there reflecting back to you, they show that you're in the same place. There's no real movement forward. Okay, that happens at the reason stage. Reason has you see why you probably shouldn't take that step. But then what happens when you go beyond that? What happens when you actually start to truly entertain the thought of, oh, maybe I could? Then you step into the terror barrier. So the X is challenged by the Y thought. and you start to get scared. You start to have those thoughts of maybe I shouldn't. Who am I to take that step? You know, what if I fail? What will people think? I don't have enough money to buy that car. Even if when you do have enough money, you don't take the step to buy the car. And so that's where the terror barrier hits, okay? And so it moves into the subconscious mind and it starts to really challenge you. You want to take the step, but it challenges you, and that's when the terror barrier hits. And so your body reflects that. You feel that sense of fear in the body, and it's at that point that you bounce right off it and you go back into bondage and nothing happens. The magic happens though when you actually understand what's going on. When you understand that that's just your fear coming up to stop you, it's the terror barrier. When you understand it's just your fear, and you understand that all you have to do is take the steps to see yourself taking that action, feel yourself taking that action, see and feel the outcome that you want. Those kinds of actions help you crash through that wall and get to the other side, which is freedom. Freedom is what you feel there. And that then raises your vibration. It raises your body's vibration, and it starts to then attract out there in the world opportunities and possibilities that support you in this new thought, this new way of thinking, supports you in actually having crashed through that terror barrier. And things and opportunities, inspiration comes that has you fulfill on that goal, has you fulfill on that desire. But then it starts all over again. You'll have achieved that, and then you'll have another desire that comes up, and you'll move through those steps. You'll hit the terror barrier. And the fact is, as long as we don't keep challenging ourselves to meet those desires, to tear down the terror barrier, to just crash through it, as long as we're not doing that, we stop growing. We stop growing our life, our vibration. We stop taking life to the next level. And so you've got to understand that that terror barrier is always going to show up. When we're about to take a step into the unknown and do something that we really want to do and have never done before, understand that the terror barrier will come up, but then you'll know what to do. You'll know that all I need to do is keep feeling and seeing what I want, keep feeling and seeing the outcome, and then follow the inspirations that come. Take the actions that you want to take without thinking twice. People in your life will show up. Life will show up and support you in fulfilling on that desire. And there again, you get into that space of freedom. So once you understand that, when we don't understand that, that's when we're in the space of ignorance. When we come up against that desire to do something, when we're in a state of ignorance, we worry, we doubt, we let fear get in the way, anxiety fills our body, and it's like, no way, I couldn't possibly take that step. And we end up suppressing it. We feel depression. We feel dis-ease in the body that then becomes disease if we don't take that step and fulfill on that action. And that comes from ignorance, not understanding the way our minds work, okay? And then what happens if disease hits your body, then disintegration starts. And Bob Proctor's always said, and I completely agree, that as long as we're not growing, we're dying. So we want to keep growing. We want to keep breaking through that terror barrier. And so the opposite of ignorance is knowledge. And when we have knowledge, when you understand what I've just shared, the knowledge comes from studying this information, studying the material of Bob Proctor and what I have to offer through the Thinking into Results program. It's a 6-month program that has you more powerfully access the knowledge and access the faculties of the mind that have you be able to face that terror barrier and break through that wall. But without knowledge, that doesn't happen. So you study, you understand, you have faith. You have faith that what you want will come to be. You have faith in yourself that you can achieve whatever you want. And then you're filled with a sense of well-being by following your desire, your heart's desire, by following and trusting in the knowledge and the study and the faith. So then you get to be fully self-expressed. You get to accelerate. Things happen at a whole lot, at a higher frequency. They happen a lot faster. Your desires start to come in a lot faster. And you've got these tools now. You understand that, oh, I get it. The more I have, the more I want. And that's completely okay. We're born to create. God is creation. God moves through us. So as long as we're here in physical, we're born to create. And so it's okay. And then we accelerate. That happens more and more. We feel at ease with life. And we really begin to create. We get to connect with creation. And so I really wanted to have you understand how that all works. You know, we're trampling the terror barrier. Okay, we break through the terror barrier. You understand now what ignorance does to ourselves, to our body, to our conscious mind, subconscious. And then with understanding, because of knowledge, you get to study, you have faith, wellness, and then you get to move through that terror barrier to a place of freedom, and you start again. And so that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope that makes sense to you. I am available anytime if you're watching this and you want to know more about this work, and I recommend you do. Contact me if you want to know about the Thinking into Results program. It's a 6-month program. Happy to take you through a free 45-minute discovery call so that you can find out what's possible for you. We'll find out what you want and what's possible for you through doing this Thinking into Results program, having a better understanding around the terror barrier. And really thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye for now.